dang. All right. Say less. Yo. Welcome back to the No Cut Sports Podcast with your host, now Frazier. And you already know, man, I'm on here for the last day of Eagles training camp. Finna go through some of these tweets that we have here and see what's going on. Something else. I do know that the Eagles made a trade. I'm gonna go check that on their page right quick. Philadelphia Eagles. My fault. I gotta look all this stuff up. I just got home, so that's the tickets. Need the website. Yeah, the Eagles did trade away Miles. Not trade away. I'm sorry, cut or release one of the two. Hold on, let me see. No, it's up here somewhere. Here it goes. All right, so it says Eagles sign linebacker Chance Campbell and release wide receiver Giles Jackson to start off the day. Probably just going to be a camp body as we have last preseason game approaching this Friday at 7:30. Excuse me. Um, let's get into these tweets, man. See what they got going on here. Uh, Last tweet by Elliott Shore Park says that Darius Cooper with a super nice catch in traffic from Hurts. There were 3 to 4 defenders in the area, and he jumped up and caught it. Strong-handed catch. He's making a team. They also talked about Darius Cooper. I guess when they were having a period developmental period, excuse me, for the rookies, he was seen talking to Jalen Hurts on the sideline, which would be a period that he would be participating in, and he wasn't. So they're trying to say that that's the clear sign that he will be making his team, as well as, if you didn't get a chance to see or hear about the injuries that we incurred yesterday, as y'all know, AJ Brown has been, hasn't been practicing with the team. He's, I don't want to say battling a hamstring, but just trying to nurse his hamstring back to health. Yeah, back to health and all that good stuff. So, we'll see what's going on with that. But Devontae Smith as well, he had a groin injury. So signing Darius Cooper would be, a no-brainer, honestly. So, uh, yeah. What's this? Started pulling up. Not my fault. So hopefully Darius Cooper makes this team. I'm thinking he's going to make this team for the simple fact that, like I said yesterday during the developmental period, that he was not participating with the rookies and things like that. He's been having a stellar camp. I've been very high on him too since I seen been hearing about him and all that good stuff. But I'm happy to see that he's probably going to make this team making catches. And now that we definitely have somebody that's capable of being a wide receiver 3 if something was to happen to one of the players or things like that. So, but let me see. Let me move on here. Let's see what other tweets we got. Let me refresh this page. Because I'm really not expecting a crazy practice after all the injuries we incurred yesterday. It just says again, Darius Cooper elevated to secure a catch with Quinyon Mitchell and Jahad Campbell in coverage. Oh, wow. Jalen Hurts was visibly excited after. Oh, yeah. Jalen know he got somebody. Jalen know he got somebody. That's why. So, shout out to my man Darius Cooper, man. He's definitely going to make this team. So, Jalen Hurts is crispy today. Just flung a quick touchdown pass to Nye Smith versus Cooper DeJean while facing the zero blitz. That's great to hear. Nye Smith is another player that I've been very, very high on since we got him. I know last year wasn't as big, he was a rookie last year, so he wasn't doing too much. You know what I mean? Still trying to get himself together in this NFL. But this preseason, he done had a couple touchdown catches. You've been hearing his name more in training camp, so great to hear that as well, man. For sure, he gonna make the team. I know the Philadelphia Eagles have this fascination with keeping, the players that they draft and things like that. So, I didn't. Also, I want to see what happened with Johnny Wilson. See if they had any update on that as well. So he got injured yesterday in practice. That's Jalen Hurts to Darius Cooper on a quick touchdown to beat Adoree Jackson. Okay, let's see what else they got. Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley before the Eagles' final practice at training camp. It's a little video. They got them just talking, chopping it up. Wide receiver Darius Cooper pulled in a leaping reception between Quinyon Mitchell and Jahad Campbell. Okay, trying to go back some more. Let's read. Something about Reed. Pressure in his face. It just says Jalen Hurts. This is Elliott Short Parks, but it says Jalen Hurts with a really nice touchdown throw to a Nine Smith. Pressure in his face. Throw it around Nolan Smith with some zip on it, and got it to Smith. So, and that's a Nine Smith that I'm speaking of. Yeah, they crazy, man. Yo, and shout out to Hyaruza, man. I don't know how he does. I don't understand how he can see the future the way that he does, man. Because my man Johnny Wilson get hurt. You feel me? Devontae Smith ends up, out with a groin injury for a little bit. So, um, I don't know how he sees these things. He trades for Michi or Mechie, excuse me. And I don't know, man. He's just like a wizard when it comes to this NFL thing. When you get these players and these talented players at that. So, um, this is all old stuff. It's not even in order. We'll see what else we got. Let me see. Welcome to live chat. Okay. My fault. Here we go. My girlfriend. Yo, what's up? What's up with y'all, man? what's up? What's up with y'all, dog? Anyway, let's see. Looks like no. Whoa! So here we go. It says looks like no practice for Keely Ringo today, which may not be a bad thing, but Keely Ringo really didn't practice at all yesterday. He got demoted. Dory Jackson got most of those first team reps with Cooper DeJean coming in, getting some of those cornerback reps as well. So I don't know, but Johnny Wilson has a knee and an ankle injury. Ooh, that don't sound too good. Andrew McCooma has a hamstring injury. So there goes that update from 41 minutes ago. Um, okay. We got Philly Mike up here. Shout out to my man Philly Mike, and shout out to the Philly Special as well. Both great channels. If you're not following them, they both cover the Philadelphia Eagles. But this was 36 minutes ago from Philly Mike. He said they saying that Keelan Ringo not practicing due to a quad injury. Oh wow, didn't hear about that yesterday, and that there were a lot of reports about people getting hurt. Pound sign the Eagles, and then it said from the Philly Special, based on the day yesterday, wouldn't be surprised if he is injured. It's just walking back to the locker room. Yo, this guy's crazy. Yeah, man. Keely Ringo, man, I don't know. What's going on, Mike? But yeah, Keely Ringo, I don't know, man, because like I said, man, I always say this. That was my first episode. I talked about Keely Ringo, how high I was on Keely Ringo. Now I did listen to John McMullen this morning on Xander's show. He said that he doesn't think the Philadelphia Eagles are going to move on from Keely Ringo. Like I said, the Philadelphia Eagles love to keep their draftees as long as possible. So unless it gives them any type of concern that they need to move on from that player, but they usually try to keep that player, develop that player, unless something better comes along, whatever the case may be. But we'll see, man. But I thought Keely Ringo had, like I said, the body size, the frame, and all that good stuff, the speed. He just had to get those small details down. It just seems like from the preseason games, what you're hearing about him in practice, it just doesn't. It's just not coming fast. He's not developing fast enough for what we need him for. You moved on from Isaiah Rodgers. You moved on from Darius Slay, which I can understand because he was getting older, incurring those injuries almost every game. And now you thinking you have somebody. Not to say because we really just don't know yet. But from what I'm seeing, it's just it ain't looking good. So Keely is sus right now. A lot to improve on. Yeah, man. Very, very much so. So, but Keely, the biggest thing for Keely is he's still young. Um, I think, if we can't develop him, maybe they do try to trade him off. Maybe not this season, but maybe next season or a season thereafter, and try to get something for him. But I'm just I'm just not seeing it. And then I'm hearing people say, let's try to put him at the safety role, which I mean you can try, but I mean the best thing I've seen him do was special teams because he plays with that. He plays with an aggression to him, and I like that. But you got to have everything else to be that total package, especially to be out there for CB2, man. We can't be getting cooked. Can't be getting cooked on one side of the field. So let's see what else we got here when it comes to these tweets. Nope. It's not nothing. It says Jahan Dotson. This is from Brandon Lee Gouton. Excuse me. It says Jahan Dotson hasn't had a bad offseason by any means, but honestly, Darius Cooper has been the Eagles' third best wide receiver. Oh wow. Only behind AJ Brown and Devontae Smith. Bro, that is saying something. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. When I seen the first preseason game, he didn't look like a rookie to me. Brother didn't look like a rookie to me at all, man. How he get off the line, get separation, finds the little cushion in the zones and stuff like that. The twinkle toes on the sideline. Come on, man. Come on. You can't teach that. That has to be in you. You feel what I'm saying? So um I don't know, man. He touchdown catch too. Yeah, Cooper is hungry. He wants to win. He wants to win a spot on his team, and he want to be on a winning team. So shout out to Darius Cooper, man. But like I said, from what I heard and from what oh man, like I said, the Xander, if y'all watch Xander and Big Sills and John McMullen said it this morning. He really thinks that he's going to make this team. So I'm hoping he does, man, because we cannot let that man lead this building. So, and you can see Jalen Hurts too. He likes him as well. So, go Birds. You already know. Shout out to you, E Money. What's going on, my boy? And yes, Cooper is hungry. Cooper is definitely hungry, man. And that's what you want on this team, man. That's what Jahan Dotson. I don't know if y'all got to see. I don't know if y'all got to see the press conferences from the players yesterday. Thanks for the stream. I will be back. Appreciate you, Mike. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, man. Have a good day too. And but Jahan Dotson had a press conference yesterday, and he spoke about how Howie Roseman always brings in talent to keep keep the competition up with different players or all the players at that in practice and training camp and things like that. So that's great to hear, great to see. There have been speculations with Jahan Dotson. He might get traded. I don't know. I hope not, because he does have a year left on his deal. Cheap first round talent. You can't beat that, man. I don't know if they think they can go out here and go get somebody else, or they're really comfortable with Darius Cooper. But just having that depth, I think if you keep Dotson at the starter and Darius Cooper behind him, Anai Smith as well, like I said earlier, and Johnny Wilson, however that pans out with his injury. Hopefully he can come back from that. So we'll see, man. We'll see. And if y'all liking what y'all hear, man, please like the stream. If you ain't following me, please follow. Greatly will appreciate it. Let's see. It says Darius Cooper just got a touchdown. Yeah, I read that already. Yeah, it's not a lot of updates today. But if y'all got any questions, man, please feel free to ask. I can give you the best insight I can, man. I'm gonna try to give you the best insight I can. So, shout out to Zach Bond too, number 26. Thanks, that's crazy. Zach Bond, number 26 on the top 100 NFL players list for 2025, as he should be. That man is a dog. So, can't wait to see what he brings to the team this year after last year's performance. My man went off. So. Super Bowl pick, interception, whatever you want to call it, like bunch of tackles. But he went off last year, so not a lot of updates, man, from this last day of practice. Like I said, we do play the Jets on Friday, so they're probably taking it easy today. Excuse me. Okay. Let's see who else. Yeah, it's not a lot of updates, man. Not a lot of updates. So, but since ain't nothing really going on, so we could just talk about this. So, Andrew Makuba too. He got injured yesterday. I don't know how long his injury is going to be. They just said it's a hamstring, so I'm still expecting him to start the first game of the season, as we do play the Cowboys and things like that. But I know a lot of people are speculating like we probably gonna have a slow start. We always kind of have like a slow start, whatever the case is. Got a new offense coming in here. Do got some players depending on if they play. That week one game, but they should be good to go. But the Cowboys, man, we playing the Cowboys. No disrespect, but they got a situation going on over there, and they just not. I mean, the Cowboys are all right, but they're not as good as people make them out to be. And then you got to see what Dak does. Not to say he's not good, but he's coming off of an injury, whatever the case may be. See what he do. But I'm not really worried, man. I just hope to have Andrew Makumba. If it's Reed Blankenship out there on the other side, I have no problem with that. But I liked what I seen from Andrew Makumba. That him getting hurt yesterday kind of setting him back a tad bit with the injury, as he's already missed some of training camp So, but it seems like Vic Fangio is still high on him. No, it doesn't seem like he is wearing off of him. But like I said, the depth behind safety is still another problem because, like Andre Sam's behind there. I heard a couple of things about him throughout the training camp, and I'm pretty big on him too as well. Uh, you got Sidney Brown, who is coming off of an injury, plays like a heat-seeking missile, but sometimes sometimes he over pursues and misses tackles and things like that. And I don't particularly like that, but I do like their aggression. I love their aggression in players, but you gotta know when to use it. You know what I mean? Um, so yeah, safety position that's kind of not all the way sewed up. As long as Andrew Makumba could stay safety, I'm not worried. I know people were talking about bringing Justin Simmons in here. Honestly, at this point, I don't think Justin Simmons is coming to this team. He can wear the hoodie. He can say whatever he wants about the Philadelphia Eagles, unless something detrimental happens to one of the players. I don't think we see anybody coming in here on that safety side. So we'll see. But if Andrew Makumba can start, man, I'm cool with that. Uh, Cornerback, they're talking about Adoree Jackson starting that first game against the Cowboys alongside of Quinyon Mitchell. I don't know about that. I mean, if they feel like that's the best thing to do because they're there, they see more than I see. So if they're there and they think so, then cool. But I think Jacorian Bennett probably would be a better option. I mean, they probably do go with Adoree Jackson because he has been here longer than Bennett. For the simple fact he know the playbook a little bit more than Bennett does, so I can understand that side of things. But I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see. But everything else, man, I ain't really worried about. I just want to go back and repeat. To be honest with you, uh, like I said, this is a window of opportunity for the Philadelphia Eagles. Like I said, if you've been a Philadelphia Eagles fan for a long time, you understand where we're at. We haven't had a team like this. God, I can't even ever remember a team like this for the Philadelphia Eagles. So coaching's good. We got great assistant coaches. Shout out to Nick Sirianni and all those other guys. Front office is doing what they need to do. We just won a championship. Team still somewhat intact from the championship year. So why not try and run it back? Team young too, so why not? So we'll see, man. We'll see. This is 26 seconds ago from Brandon Lee Gouton. It says Jalen Hurts finished training camp strong. Eagles QB has been very sharp. Lots of touchdown throws. So I'm thinking that's the end of the camp right here. Jalen Hurts ending camp on a high note. He's been awesome today. Just had a really nice touchdown throw to Calcaterra. So there you go. There you go. Shout out to my man LB. If you ain't following LB on YouTube, make sure you go over there and part of the link up between the Shields and Simone. But he says Darius Cooper has to get a roster spot. Oh, don't worry, LB. Don't worry. He gonna get a roster spot because he doing a little too much to let this man leave. So I ain't gonna lie. I'm excited for Darius Cooper, man. I'm very excited because from what I saw, I'm no scout, man, but I know some talent now. I know talent, okay? My eyes do work. I might wear these thick glasses, but they do work. So, so let's see, man. See if we got anything else here. 5 new posts. And I might make another video because I mean it wasn't like a long practice. So if there's anything that I missed, I know I didn't read off the injury report. I didn't go back that far, so I'm still thinking it's the same players that were on there yesterday. But they did say AJ Brown was practicing earlier, so that's a good sign. As he's been out with the hamstring injury, so good to see he's making his way back. I think it was more or less precautionary for the Eagles because he's a star wide receiver. Why would you want to put him out there? You know what I mean? Having practice all crazy. You already know what he can do. You know what Devontae Smith can do. You kind of know what Dotson can do, but you want to get him acclimated to the playbook, get that chemistry with Hurts built up a little bit more, and then put him out there too as well to get him more involved this year. But like Darius Cooper, man, Darius Cooper, Nye Smith, and Johnny Wilson. That's like another 3 players that could go out there and play, and you can rest your starters. Not to say that they're better than the starters, but like if something push come to shove, bro, they can go out there and still compete. So that's a good thing to see, man. It's a good thing to see. Let's see anything else. So I'm guessing this is the end of practice, man. If let's already read that. If y'all don't have anything else, please like, comment, and subscribe. I really do appreciate it. Oh, wait. Hold on. Wait, we not done yet. We not done yet. It says McCord with the interception threw it right to Jeremiah Trotter Jr. Bro, I just talked about Jeremiah Trotter yesterday because I was saying how linebacker before just wasn't what it should have been over the years. And now we have a room full of talented linebackers, bro. You go out here get Jahad Campbell. You already had Zach Bond. You go get Smile Munden. You go get Jeremiah Trotter the year before. And I think I'm forgetting Nakobe Dean. I forgot about Nakobe Dean, who's trying to make his way back before the season's over. So it's a lot of talent in that room. But Jeremiah Trotter specifically because how he can diagnose the play, kind of like when Nakobe Dean does when he was playing when he was out there playing for us before the injury. But he can see the play kind of before it happens. Um, and I thought, and I said this yesterday, I thought like preseason last year he played well, but like I said, over pursued it because you got to get acclimated to the speed of the NFL. But he made some good plays too this previous year. The previous year that he was in some of these games, he made some good plays. So I'm very high on Jeremiah Trotter. Now, do I know if he's going to get it or not? I don't know because now you got Zach Bone, you got not Jeremiah Trotter, but Jahad Campbell, and then Smile Munden. How they feel about him? He done made some crazy plays in preseason. So, heard some good things about him in practice. So I don't know what the depth chart's going to look like with the linebackers, but Jeremiah Trotter, man, we got to figure out a way just to keep him. Just keep him here some way because he can be like our Oren Burks if something comes, of an injury or whatever the case may be for a player. Um, so we will see, man. We will see. Let's see what else they got. I'm thinking practice was over. I was about to hop off this joint. Let me see. No, that's the boy I follow. Hold up. Okay, 17 seconds. Let me see. There we go. All right. Brandon Lee Gowton a minute ago. It says Moro Ojamo instantly dominated Kenyon Green and pressured Kyle McCord into an interception caught by Jeremiah Trotter. So that's why he threw the pick. Hearing good things about Moro Ojamo. They said he was the sleeper player for this year for us. I can't remember who it was. Bleacher Report or PFF, one of the two. But let me see what he says. It's about time finally someone who likes the Eagles. Come on, brother. You in the right place, huh? If you ain't following me, follow me, brother. This is Eagles capital. You feel me? Appreciate you viewing the stream too, my man. I appreciate it. So, but yeah, man. So it's like we have a lot of players, man. I don't know how Howie, I don't know how Howie does it. And then not to get off topic, but like my new thing now is I don't want to say I'm a troll. But I go to the comments and I like Instagram or Facebook. I try to like see what people were thinking, and the logic be so lopsided. I'm like, what do you want? Do you want your quarterback and your team to win games and never get to a Super Bowl and win, or do you want a quarterback that pretty much do everything good? Might not be might not be the greatest at everything, but does everything good and gets you to Super Bowls and wins you Super Bowls. Like I don't understand. I don't get it, bro. And then also with the defense. Oh, y'all got a good defense. This, that. And I'm like, bro, this team is built, not bought. Don't get me wrong. We go out here and we trade with some teams and stuff like that. But most of these players, the Eagles done drafted over these last few years. This ain't like we go out here and we go, oh, take every star player from a different team and gotta pay them all crazy. Nah, bro. That's not it. That's not it. So Philadelphia Eagles really have built something here. That front office has really built something for years to come. Like, to the point where if you keep drafting well, all the draft picks you got, just think about this. All the draft picks we got, they draft well. Now, of course, you can't keep everybody that you draft, right? So then you can maneuver in that way. Oh, let me trade this player for this player. Like they were talking about maybe sending Jahan Dotson to the Vikings because I think was it Addison got a three game suspension or something like that. So they were saying it was rumors. I don't know if that's the truth. I'd rather keep Dotson here, but it was just a rumor. So it's like stuff like that, like how Howie Roseman can see things prior to it happening. So yeah, man, the Eagles is cooking with hot grease right now, man. They just got to keep their foot on their necks. That's it. Keep executing the way that they need to, and I don't see why we don't get back to the Super Bowl, man. A lot of teams still ain't built to stop the run either. So I mean. In the running back room, probably one of the best that's in the NFL right now, to be honest with you. So they got Eagles players speaking. So practice is over. Yep, that's it for the final Eagles training camp practice of 2025. Try to have an interception on McCord's pass. So that's good to hear. I did read that a little earlier. But like I said, if you ain't following me, please like, comment, and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it, man. Um, Trying to keep these videos coming to y'all, man. I've been releasing a video every day this week. So last few days, I'll say. So trying to keep it, trying to stay on top of it. I'm also going to try to get with Mr. Reggie too. I got a call on him. And so we can start up the Mean Green podcast again. Me and him, we do that joint podcast talking about the season, the Philadelphia Eagles, and things like that. Any news that's going on through the season. So we try to do that like once a week. I'm tired of the Hurts talk. For example, he's not like Mahomes, Lamar Allen. What's up with that, bro? I honestly, like I said, like I was saying before, I don't know how they gauge a quarterback because when you tell me about Patrick Mahomes, I can understand that. I can understand Patrick Mahomes because he has the hardware to prove it. Does he always have a great Super Bowl? No, not necessarily, but he always gets to the Super Bowl. He has a pretty decent team defensively and things like that. So I get that. But then when they talk to me about Lamar, they talk to me about Josh. Josh Allen really be the one. Lamar is getting in that category too because I watched him in the playoffs and my man threw an interception and fumbled the ball, and y'all want to sit here and tell me that this man, if we would have put him on the Eagles, he gonna win us a Super Bowl. My man had more All Pros than any other quarterback besides Patrick Mahomes. So I don't understand the logic that people come up with because Jalen Hurts doesn't do what Josh Allen does and throws for 4,000 yards. But nobody never wants to talk about this one. Like this season, Josh Allen did well. Don't get me wrong. I'm no hater. He did very well this year. But he still, when it came to the time for him to win the game for his team, what does he do? Exotic blitz. He gets flustered per usual and throws a pick, or not throws a pick, but throws the ball to his tight end and he can't catch the ball. Who that fall on? Y'all gonna say it's the tight end. I'm gonna say it's the quarterback. Honestly, you supposed to see all that before it happens. All due respect, you're supposed to be knowing what's going on prior to the snap. Are you always 100% correct? No, but the way they put Josh Allen on this pedestal and then they paid him again, I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. But my man, it was a turnover machine prior to this year. That's why they don't be going nowhere. They always want to sit there and say, "Oh, they ain't had this. They didn't have this team. They ain't had that." Come on, man. Then talk to your GM, man. I don't know what you want me to do because the Eagles do that. All the players let's talk about this. All the players that the Eagles have, like I said, either are drafted and developed, or they might go out here, AJ Brown. Okay, you go out and get AJ Brown. Wow, all right. Besides that, who else did we really go out there? Jahan Dotson. Okay, cool, whatever. But my thing is this: most of those players are developed, man. Every team has the same opportunity that we do to every draft, the same opportunity. Some might have more picks than others, but nobody is like nobody's gatekeeping the information. So why don't other teams do what the Philadelphia Eagles do? They don't. They choose not to. Just like the Bengals, you paid your whole offense all that money for your defense to still be cheeks. And then you don't even want to pay your star pass rusher. Your star pass rusher, y'all don't even want to pay. That is crazy. 30 years of age or not, bro. Even the situation that they had with their rookie the rookie pick. Now they got that situated, but I'm like, bro, y'all going through all this? The Cowboys with Michael Parsons. The Eagles never had these problems. We pay people. You do what you're supposed to do, we're gonna pay you. If we can't pay you, we make sure we send you to a team where you have the opportunity to make a bag and at least win. Or be in contention to win. So, I mean, it's to me, I don't know, man. I don't get it. Joe Burrow. Oh, Joe Burrow's a great quarterback. Not to say he's not, but Joe Burrow don't make the playoffs, bro. He didn't miss the playoffs the last 2 years. They're gonna say, oh, this, that, and the third. Y'all want to make excuses for him? That's cool with me. I'm not making excuses for nobody. Joe Burrow is usually injured in some type of which way or form. That's going to happen in the football in the sport of football. But my thing is this: what have you done for me lately? I know what my quarterback's done. Simple and plain. Last 3 years, he done went to 2 Super Bowls. If you want to sit there and slight Jalen and say, "Oh, his team is this, that, and the third," that's cool. But the Philadelphia Eagles felt that Jalen Hurts was the franchise quarterback. That's why they built the team around him. Simple, bro. Y'all just don't like it because he's a second round pick doing this. That's why I think it really is. Second round pick going back to back to Super Bowl, winning it, beating Patrick Mahomes at that. He didn't even have to go beat somebody of a lesser talent. We all know Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs is the big dogs of the league right now. Well, not right now, but before we did what we had to do to them, but they were trying to three-peat. Man, we was like, man, F out of here with all that, man. So the point is to build a championship team, not just to have a talented quarterback. These critics kill me with just being satisfied with stats and not wins. Facts. Facts. Talk to him. Talk to him, man. Talk to him. Because people want to sit here and tell me, oh, he threw for 4,000 yards. Oh, he threw for almost 5,000 yards. Oh, triple crown. Oh, this, oh, that. What does that got to do with anything? What do you play in the NFL for besides either getting paid? The championship. Like, I'm like, what? Like, oh, now it's about championships. It's always been about the chips, player. Because before the Eagles got one, the Dallas fans used to say to us all the time, y'all ain't got no rings. Now we got two of them. Now it's what's rings got to do with it? Man, come on, man. Don't move the goalpost when we start doing what we need to do. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that, man. Even the Chiefs fans, like, bro, y'all just started winning, bro. Y'all gotta calm down. Like, oh, we coming back. Okay, we gonna see because we play y'all what, week 3, week 4. Hey, we gonna see what y'all talking about too. Cause I ain't really see them get too much better. They got a couple players, but we gonna see what they get into this year too. So, my fault. That's somebody my Instagram. That's crazy too. I wonder how Shane Steichen feel about having to start Daniel Jones over Anthony Richardson, man. Because they were talking about, I heard people saying, oh, we should go get Anthony Richardson. Who player? Nah, no disrespect to him, but I'm cool. I'm good. I'm good, man. I like Tanner McKee, and then whatever they want to do with DTR and Kyle McCord, but I think DTR might get cut. So, um, like I said, yeah, practice is over, man. Dallas Goddard. Okay, it says EJ Smith. Dallas Goddard pick for which offensive player he thinks will have a big year. Darius Cooper. I'm telling y'all, dog. I'm telling you, man. This dude has the talent. I'm telling you. Eagles, they need a scout. You know what I'm saying? Come holler at me, man. Come holler at me. I got y'all. I'll do it for the free. I'll do it for the free, man. So, all right. So LB just posted or reposted. It says sources say that the Patriots have been open to trading safety Kyle Duggar, whose role has been reduced this summer. Duggar is still viewed as a talented, impactful player, and there are several teams where he much better fit with a better scheme. So, how old is Kyle? He ain't that old, I don't think. Because in all due respect, like I said, that safety position, you still need some depth back there. Kyle Duggar, 29. That's rough. That's rough. Not gonna lie. 29 is kind of high up there in age. If y'all like what y'all hearing, now please like, comment, and subscribe. How long I've been on here? 33 minutes. Heat that back up. Excuse me. See what else we got here. Nope. Nope. All right, man. Anything else? 7 people. I think that's about it, man. If you don't have anything else, let me see. Get ready to wrap this up. When critics ask if Hurts or the talent around him or is the system, I was like, no. No one said anything about Kurt Warner's Rams. They're not going to say nothing about Kurt Warner. They're not going to say nothing about. And don't get me wrong, Kurt Warner was a great quarterback. But nobody's going to say, and that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to build around your quarterback. If they have deficiencies, you're supposed to build around that. You're supposed to make it so they don't have to ever get to that point where they're playing in their deficiencies. That's why you go get the talent. You put the talent around them. You scheme your offense to your quarterback. I don't be understanding that. You think you can just drop a player in any scheme and it's just going to work? No, it don't work like that. You got to play to a player's. Every player has deficiencies. Like there's certain things that there's certain things that star players that we love to talk about, like Allen or whatever the case may be. There's things that they can't do. Okay. And people make it seem like, oh, what can he not do? Win. That's what it is. Shit, you talking about? He can't win. Like, what do you mean? I sat there and y'all remember the year we had to collapse. I always come up to this. I always come back to this. Remember the year we had to collapse? We played the Bills, came down to the wire. Those are the games that show me who is elite and who is not. There have been plenty of games with Patrick Mahomes where I was just like watching come down to the wire. I said, Pat win this joint. He different. And he win that joint. Same thing with Tom Brady. You knew if you gave Tom Brady a minute, 20, minute 40, he was going to go down the field and win. So when I sat there and I watched Josh Allen go against Jalen Hurts, what did he do? What did he do? He had an option route to Gabe Davis and threw the ball the wrong way. Now, it could have been a miscommunication, but that's the type of stuff that y'all hammer in prior to you going out there and playing. I don't care what nobody say. That is a stat that you can't stat. You can't stat that stat. You can't stat somebody going out there and knowing like, oh, in the clutch moment, I'm gonna be able to pull this off. You can't stat that. Right. Hurts is a winner, period. You see what my man did? Soon as he got the ball, end zone. Stop playing with him. I don't never see nobody else quarterback do that, but hey, shout out to Jalen Hurts. But that's why they're different quarterbacks for different teams. The coaches are supposed to put their players in the best position, yes, to win. But they also have to make sure they fit in the offense as well. Yes, absolutely. And Patrick is a winner too. He just didn't win against us this Super Bowl. So, but I love Patrick, bro. Like when he ain't playing us, I love Patrick Mahomes. It's no denying his greatness. Now, has he been? He's getting older. Might be, not to say he's declining, but they do need to build more around Patrick Mahomes if they still want to win. And that's why I think the Philadelphia Eagles are in a great position because we already have the team, young talent. Just got to keep developing the players, keep drafting right. You got your quarterback. You know your quarterback's going to be. Won you a championship already. Why not? Why not build around that? So, but yeah, man. So we gonna see, man. I'm not, like I said, I'm no hater. Like if Josh Allen get there this year or any of them, Lamar get there, because he's another player we really don't talk about how he's not living up to his potential. You know what I'm saying? It's no disrespect because I like Lamar, but Lamar has had some great Ravens teams and he has never been able to win. Like he's not able to get to the Super Bowl. So it's like that's how I judge players. People are like, well, he's still a great player. There's been plenty of great players. Dan Marino was a great player. Did he win though? You know what I'm saying? Like we're gonna always talk about Tom Brady. Even as much as we don't like it, we always want to talk about Eli Manning. We always going to talk about Nick Foles. We're going to talk about what's the Rams quarterback, Matt Stafford. He won one. They're going to talk about Trent Dilfer. As much as y'all don't like that, they're going to talk about it because you know why? He won. We talk about winners, bro. We don't talk about people that statted the regular season up. We don't do that. And if they did, okay, they might get mentioned here and there. We talk about winners in this sport. The object of the game is to win. So hey man, listen, everybody look at things differently. So Tom Brady is the best. Ain't nobody going to knock that. Nah, you can't knock it. 7 rings says a lot, bro. 7 rings, like, says a lot. So, but the Eagles players are talking right now. Let me see. Last practice of the day, or of training camp. And my fault, y'all. Trent Dilfer was a game manager. I lived in Tampa during those years, and people knocked him, but he was a great player for the team that he was on. Bro, that's it. Sometimes you just fall into the right place at the right time. You feel what I'm saying? But then another thing is this: how many of those quarterbacks, like a Josh Allen or not Cincinnati, Joe Burrow, take pay cuts? They just paid Josh Allen this offseason. For what? For what? Why? Why did y'all pay him? Why did y'all pay this man again? No disrespect, but why did y'all pay him again? But then they're going to sit there and complain to me about him not having talent around him when you could have used that money to go get some key pieces for your team. Man, listen, man. You can't tell me that the quarterback don't have a voice to be like, I need more players. I need a team like the Eagles, or I need a team like the Chiefs so we can compete. If we really want to go out here and show that we want to win as an organization, let's build a team around me. instead of just paying a quarterback top dollar to barely get y'all there. It don't make sense. Jalen Hurts is the only $50 million quarterback that got his team to a Super Bowl twice and then won one. Come on, man. Well, even they had the $50 million before that first Super Bowl, but he got it after that Super Bowl. So hey, it don't even really matter. But it's all in what you believe, man. So we'll see. Let me see. I'm happy that they got John from the Texans, but I'm sad to see what happens to John because I think he was going to really break out for us this year, and he's still. You talking about Mechie? I don't know, man. 'Cause I don't know how long you've been here, but they did have AJ Brown playing today, but I know not Jahan Dotson, Smitty is battling a groin injury, so and those type of injuries can linger on. So I don't know if it's going to linger into the beginning of the season. But I thought Mechie was here for just backup depth, and then you get what's my man name Johnny Wilson goes out yesterday with a knee and an ankle injury. So I don't know what the timetable is for him. Hopefully he can get back before the season starts because he was having a pretty good camp in a good preseason. I felt like they can implement him red zone, deep ball, deep threat, whatever the case may be. But I think Mechie was just brought in here just for depth, man. Unless they do try to move to Jahan Dotson to a team that they feel like, they can get some picks for or whatever the case may be. But I don't want to see that for the simple fact that, you want to keep him acclimated. So with Jalen Hurts, they done did all this extraness this past season, working out together so they can be right for the season. So we'll see, man. But I like Mechie though. I think he's a cheap deal, cheap guy. He looks good though. I will say, like I seen them Texans practice camp videos. He looked good before he got traded here. So we'll see what he can do. Yeah, you're right. Why? Because he won the MVP, which he should be doing. It's like someone's being a cashier at the gas station and being courteous and kind because that's what they're supposed to do. Facts. Why did they pay Dak? You better ask Jerry Jones because I'm telling you, don't pay Micah, it's going to be a problem for him. And I heard somebody say that Jerry Jones did something like this before with Michael Irvin. Not Michael Irvin. What was the running back? Who was the running back for the Cowboys back in the day? I can't even think of Buddy's name, but they said he sat out for like 2-3 weeks and then they wasn't really doing nothing and they ended up paying him. So Jerry might end up paying Micah Parsons, but it don't look like they're coming to any type of agreement. Same thing with Terry McLaurin and the Commanders. All that stuff affects your team going into the season. So and then Brian Robinson with them too as well. So we'll see how that pan out. But yeah, I don't know why they paid Dak, man. I mean, he might still be one of the better quarterbacks, I guess you could say. But again, he folds under pressure, man. So yeah, Emmitt Smith. Yup. Yeah, Emmitt Smith did it. So I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks or something like that. And then, Jerry ended up paying him. He won. They went to the Super Bowl, won the Super Bowl MVP and all that good stuff. So yeah, man. But yeah, Eagles gonna be having them types of problems, man. We don't like even like Jalen Hurts winning the Super Bowl this year. Don't you think he could have went to the table and like, can y'all give me some more money? No. I remember I made a video about that. He had asked his agent about, how can I like explain the deal to me? How can I make it to whereas I can have the talent around me, things like that. And that's why he took the deal that he took, because he wants to win. Same thing with Tom Brady back in the day when he played for the Patriots. He used to take pay cuts so he can build a team around him so he can always try and go make a run to the Super Bowl. So you're kind of seeing that Tom Brady-esque from Jalen Hurts, but at the same time, everybody don't want to do that. Everybody don't want to take a pay cut. Could you imagine if Jerry Jones was smart with his money and his players, like how much competition it would be between us and them for the Super Bowl? I mean, they do, but it's like the quarterback's the problem. They really do start with your quarterback. I always think that, man. Like your quarterback is what's going to lead, like make or break you. Simple and plain. We've seen how many times they make the playoffs. They do not. They don't go anywhere. They don't do anything. You feel me? They fold under pressure. So yeah, Emmitt Smith came back like week 4 of that season. Yeah, okay. So yeah, man. So we'll see, man. We'll see. But I got any other questions for me? I got anything y'all want to want to talk about before I hop off here? Dak's a good quarterback. He's not a great leader, though. That's what makes him different from Jalen Hurts. Yep. Hurts is a game changer and an elite leader. He is very elite. Very elite. You hear it when they talk about Jalen Hurts. What was it? When he made the top 100 that one year? And then I think Fred Warner came out this past season or this past probably like last month or two and said like Jalen Hurts is like one of the players that you want to be on his team, but you don't want to be facing because Buddy gonna find a way to win. Even after the Super Bowl, that first Super Bowl we lost, you can see in Patrick Mahomes' face, he was like, and he said it. Don't let what you seen go out there. Don't let that go by the wayside. He said he will be back, and don't you know he came back belt to you know what? And I expect him to do it again, man. Because if he can do that to Patrick Mahomes, I can only imagine what he's gonna do if we got to see the Bills or we got to see the Ravens. No disrespect to them, because they're still good teams, but I can only imagine. I can only imagine, boy. Ooh. I really hope we go back to back. I'm going to be talking so much, you know what? It ain't even going to be funny. It ain't even going to be funny, man. All the years I had to partake in this nonsense, talking about y'all ain't got no ring. Shoot. What do you think of John Mechie and let what you want to keep John Mechie and let John Dotson go? Is that what you're saying, Jesse? Absolutely. You already know. You already know. If Hurts go, if Hurts go this year, he get 4,000 passing yards this year. Say, we still probably gonna run the ball, but say he get 4,000 passing yards this year. Okay. Say he just gets 4,000, right? Say he don't even get nothing crazy, like 4,000, a little over 4K, right? Has his touchdowns, whatever the case may be, and he goes back to the Super Bowl and say he wins the Super Bowl, right? Even if he go back to the Super Bowl and we don't win, but I'd rather us win that joint, right? What are they gonna say? What are they going to say? There's going to be nothing they can say, bro. Oh man, he threw 4,000 yards, but he couldn't make the Super Bowl. I don't want to hear that come out because I'm gonna pull up every other quarterback that threw for over 4,000 yards and whatever the case may be, and where were their behinds that come playoffs at home? Joe Burrow at home. So I don't want to hear all that, man. I don't want to hear all that. But if he throw for 4K yards, the noise got to stop. Do you think Hurts is better than Vic? Oh, damn. Why you do me like that, man? Why you do me like that? Why you do me like that? I ain't gonna cap. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I would love to see what Mike Vick look what Jalen Hurts is right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. Prime, even the year that Vic came here, if you give me that year of Vic right now with the team that we got, oh my God. But the only thing I can say about Mike Vick that he lacks would be the leadership that Jalen Hurts has. I just like Michael Vick because I'm 32, so I watched Michael Vick come up. I played Madden 04. Y'all remember that joint? Unstoppable in that joint. So I had a great fascination for Mike Vick. And then I also, like, when I seen that come across the screen on ESPN where they said that Andy Reid was going to go get him, bro, I snapped. And you saw what he was doing with the talent that he had back then. LaShawn McCoy, with the Macklin and all those guys. Deshaun Jackson, you seen what he was doing with those guys, and then Chip Dip Kelly came up in here on some nonsense, man, and just ruined it. But I don't know, man. That's hard. I can't say like I would take Vic because Jalen brought us our Super Bowl. But I would love to see Michael Vick with this team, dog. I would love to see that, bro. Mike Vick was like a different animal, bro. He got an arm cannon, bro. Y'all remember the little flick, the little 80-yard. He flicked that joint like it was nothing. So I can only imagine, man. Hurts' leadership is unlike any other player that's active that you could say is similar to Patrick Mahomes. I don't even think like Patrick Mahomes' leadership is even on the same level as Jalen Hurts, bro. Like I know they probably do respect Patrick Mahomes for the simple fact, like I said, when he's a winner. He wins in them clutch moments. He do what he need to do. But like I don't know, man. Jalen Hurts just conduct himself in a way where. Bro, super stoic, man. It's like, not to say, Pat ain't like that, but every time I hear Pat, got like a high-pitched voice, you know what I'm saying? So it's not, it don't come out, it don't come off the same. Not to say he can't lead, but But you hear Jalen Hurts, man. He ain't playing that ish. You know what I'm saying? You see him run down the field beginning of the game. What do you say? Turn this the fuck up. You hearing? You hearing? So come on, man. My man got a little pit bull in him. Yeah, Mike Vick, bro. Mike Vick was the ish, man. I really wish he could have got a ring. I mean, regardless if he played for us or not. But that's what I talk about, like players like that. We love Michael Vick, but Michael Vick never won, bro. He never got to the big game and won. So, um, that's just how I'm looking at it. I think Jalen is a smart quarterback. You got to think about the progression of life in college game to the pro game since Vick left. Yeah, man. Yeah. And then you got to think, even with Jalen Hurts coming out of college, the stigma with him was that they felt like he probably couldn't win the big games. But you seen how he acted when Tua came in, congratulated him, all that good stuff. So you seen that he had a good character about him. Then he ends up leaving, going to OSU. Uh, uh, kind of what was it? He was in a running for the Heisman, I want to say. Yeah, he was in a running for the Heisman, all that good stuff, and goes second round in the draft. Then he comes here, got to battle it out. We got a situation with Carson Wentz and all that good stuff. You feel what I'm saying? Carson Wentz acting like, I ain't gonna sit there and be rude because I like Carson Wentz, but they said Carson Wentz was like, he ain't like what was going on. Then I seen yesterday, I forgot to say that Nick Foles is doing a podcast now. If y'all ain't know that, but he said the reason why we didn't repeat or almost repeat that year was because they wanted, of course, Wentz back into the fold, and they changed the offense. So the offense was different for Nick Foles opposed to Carson Wentz, and it just went left. So then Jalen Hurts comes in here on that type time. Then he wins the team over. Then he takes the team, which was like what, 4 or 5 wins, to a playoffs, and then ain't missed one since. And then goes to 2 Super Bowls and wins the Super Bowl. That is a crazy story, bro. That's kind of like, now I ain't gonna say it's like Kurt Warner, but like that's a crazy story, bro. Very crazy. So shout out to him. Gabe, you said it's the lines here. Gabe, you still in here, bro? Let me ask you something. You really think it's gonna be y'all year, bro? Y'all lost both y'all coordinators. But I think a healthy line. I ain't gonna cap. I really wanted us to play y'all in the NFC Championship game or some game in the playoffs, but and you're right. I will give you that. Y'all were very banged up, especially on that defensive side of the ball. But me personally, I say this: y'all are a good team. I just need to see your quarterback, okay, not fold under pressure in big moments. Now I know he didn't have all his weapons, but my man was known to be, he liked to fold them clothes. You feel me? No disrespect. So I feel like if y'all got y'all team out there, y'all definitely gonna make a run for it for sure. Us, you, and then I feel like the Rams, but is Matthew Stafford cooked? Because last time I heard, he ain't even threw a ball all season, or all training camp. So is he good? So we'll see. And I love McNabb, but they're two different players. Oh man, McNabb, bro. Oh, I love McNabb, but McNabb is the reason why I'm like, bro, he made me, when he went to that Super Bowl and we lost that joint, dog, I almost lost all love for the Philadelphia Eagles, bro. I was so sick. I'm like, why can't we just win this? We can go to an NFC Championship like it was nothing, but we couldn't win. We couldn't win. We couldn't even get to the Super Bowl, bro. And then we get there, and then, bro, just crying, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was like in middle school, just crying, dog. Like, oh my god. So, but what else we got here? Never liked Carson. Man, you ain't like Carson? I ain't gonna cat. Carson kind of made me believe again. I ain't gonna lie, but the way he went out was corny, dog. Like, was very, very corny, man. Everybody not raised the same, so everybody don't look at things the same way. But I feel like he should have handled that situation a little bit better. I don't know all the details and things like that, but I do think he should have handled that better. What we got here? The coordinators are the least of my worries. Both coaches that took over had worked with the Lions before. I think the coordinators lost us the game against the Commanders last year, not the players. How would I say it? I would say, like, okay. I will somewhat agree with you because I felt like, what's my man name that went to the Bears? Your offensive coordinator, Ben Johnson. I felt like some of the plays he was doing, like the trickery plays and all that, ain't needed. You feel me? If you can just run regular plays, throw a little something in there, But if you can just run the regular plays, you probably would have been fine. But it ain't just y'all. It was like a lot of teams, like even the Ravens. Why weren't they running the ball more? But behind Saquon, Derrick Henry was the second best running back in the league, and they stopped like running the ball. So I don't get when some of these teams, the Cowboys do it too. Like they'll get into the playoffs and they change the whole game plan. Now I understand you do have to scheme your game to the players that are playing, but I think y'all had most of y'all offense though, right? Y'all offense was pretty healthy if I can remember, right? So the Rams are overrated. I do think Avante Adams is going to change them in a good way, but they're still overrated. I mean, like I said, man, I ain't gonna say they're overrated, but like Sean McVay's a decent coach, bro. Out of all, like what's the other one? The one for the 49ers and the one for Green Bay. They all been together, right? Under the dad, Shanahan's dad, right? I think he's the best the best coach out of the three of them guys. Done won a championship. Done been to two Super Bowls already. Kyle Shanahan done been to what 2, 3, can't win none of them. My man ain't even hit a sniff a Super Bowl. They trying to figure out their situation in Green Bay yet, but we'll see, man. We'll see. But I feel like the Rams like are always in contention. Now, can they stop the run this year? Probably not. Probably not. I don't think you get there right within a year. So I think we still going if we run the ball against them, we still gonna have some life. But I think the Rams are a pretty decent team. Now, whoever's the quarterback, this like I said, Matthew Stafford's not the quarterback. Then I'm not seeing them in the playoffs, bro. Like they might crack it, but I don't think they make the playoffs if Matt Stafford is not throwing that ball to him. So we'll see about that. Doomsday, what's up, my brother? What's going on, man? Always appreciate the love, bro. Always appreciate the love. I'm gonna get you on. I'm gonna talk to Mr. Reggie so we can get you on here too, bro. He's like, yeah, our offense was fine, and we had probably the best O line in the league with Jamar Gibbs in the back line. I think Ben Johnson was trying to get a job and not win a game. Dang, that's wild. That's wild. I mean, Ben Johnson was already up for jobs though, too, though. But like, I don't know, man. I don't even know. I do want to see what Ben Johnson do with those Bears this year because they talking crazy about that preseason game and things like that. But that's preseason. I want to see what he do with like being the head coach, commanding the offense, and all this good stuff. I want to see what he do because that's a lot. So, yes, sir, Doomsday, I got you, bro. Coordinators in the office are very important. Most fans don't realize this. The players have to build chemistry with them. Oh, offense. Yeah, it is very important, man. I don't think people understand that, and that's why Jalen Hurts to me is so crazy. Every year he done had a new coordinator, regardless if they're in the building or not. You gotta think each coordinator wants to do some things differently. Ask different things of you, and to be able to have to learn that every season is crazy. Um, so we'll see. We got DJ Reader from y'all though, so I'm excited. He's a dog. Oh, for sure, for sure. Now I do hope this. I really do hope because it makes it. I don't never want to. Me being an Eagles fan, I'm not a person that's like I want an easy schedule. I want to go against good teams. Like how our schedule is this year, I want to go against good teams, and I think we play y'all this year, if I'm not mistaken. So I want to make sure y'all at y'all top of y'all game, man, because I know what's Amon St. Brown. He said he ought to beat us. So I don't know about that, but you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It's all love. But I'm never going to shy away from competition. Though. I'll tell you that. Philly's going back to the Super Bowl. God, I hope. God, I hope. So it says Saquon isn't going for 2,000 yards this year. I think they gave him a rest. I think he goes for about 12 to 1,400 yards, rushing another 6 to 800 yard receptions. They did say like I don't think maybe he don't. I don't know, but I will say that the offensive line is not the line that we had last year. As you know, Mekhi Becton did leave, went to the Chargers, and then we have these injuries along the line too as well. Um, but I will say though, depending on the usage, because they did say we didn't pay Saquon to use him less. They might use him more effectively though. That's differently. So they might use him a little bit more effectively, where he probably do crack 1,500 yards, 1,400 yards but you don't have to use them as much now. You got Dylan back there. You got your second year with Will Shipley, I've been high on too as well. So if those three guys or those two guys can get in, get on the field and do what they need to do, because they're also going to use them in the reception game as well. You can't forget about that. Barkley had a few receptions in the Super Bowl because they stopped the run, but all three of those guys can catch balls, paws, but they can all catch the rock. So um, you might see some more receiving yards too for Saquon as well. So we'll see. We played damn near every team from the playoffs last year, and he said we want the chance week 1. Bro, listen, man. He might not be shot. Listen. The only way you gonna get better is if you go against the big dogs. You feel me? Iron sharp as iron. So I can understand why he said that, but I don't want to. I don't want to do it to you, player. I don't want to do it to y'all, man. You feel me? I'm ready to see Shipley this year. Yeah, man. I think Shipley just got to get his breakaway speed together, man, because it's a lot. It's a lot of times where he's running and then like he get that he's breaking away. You can start to see him slow down. So hopefully he can get that together. Do you think Cooper is going to start at cornerback? I don't think he's going to start. From what Vic Fangio was saying, they just wanted in the base package. They wanted him to play in the safety. I think they still keep him in the nickel for the nickel package. Now, push comes to shove. This is what I was talking about yesterday. If push comes to shove, right, you might, and I don't know, say it could be an injury that we get. Maybe they just have him out there just because he's out there for a game, whatever the case may be. But we got to be careful with that because I like Cooper DeJean in the nickel. I think we already know what he can do there. We play mostly in the nickel, so we know what he can do there. We talked about moving him to cornerback. That's fine. I think the last 2 days he's been practicing, not today, but the day before yesterday, and then yesterday. So was practicing as a cornerback. He seems to be doing somewhat well, but he's Devontae's cooking him a little bit, which is expected. But I just rather see him in that nickel position. If he do play outside corner, I mean, cool. I'm not opposed to it, but I'd rather see somebody out there. That's why I felt like they went and got Jacorian Bennett. But then Jacorian Bennett even said that in college he played in the nickel, he played at outside corner. So maybe they try to get him in there during the year. I don't know. Mac McWilliams is another player that played in nickel, but he can also play the corner. So, and they've been saying he's been doing pretty well. So it's some guys that we got. We just got to see what Vic Fangio wants because he's going to put the best player out there. So, yeah, like the Eagles always talk about. Wait, like the Eagles always talk about in practice, iron sharpens the facts. Iron sharpens iron. Only thing that worries me about the Eagles is y'all lost a lot of your secondary. Didn't see your drafts, but I know at least 2 elite level corners y'all lost. Yeah, we lost. Well, I say it like this: like Darius Slay, he got traded away. He was getting older, but you can't deny that he still was contributing to the team. Isaiah Rogers, another guy that we lost. That's the guy I felt like we should have kept, man. I know CJ got up out of here and they want to get rid of him, but I felt like that was the guy we should have kept. They think that Keely Ringo could play this spot, and I have not been able to see that yet with my own 2 eyes. I do think though, like Jacorian Bennett, he just got here a week and a half ago. He gonna need some time to get acclimated to the scheme, but I do feel like he will be a fit. But it's just the depth behind our corner too as well because I'm a big proponent on having like good talent behind the talent that we already have. So and how he makes sure he does a good job of that, but at the same time, you still always want your starters out there. But you're right though, and even on the line too, we lost a couple of players. But one thing I will say about us is we develop pretty well. So there's going to be some hiccups for sure, probably in the beginning of the season. You know what I mean? I don't think we're going to go out there and just be trampling teams, but I think we get it together as the year goes on. So how y'all D line? Any All Star level players? Oh, Jalen Carter, Jalen Carter, man. Jalen Carter, we got to command that double team. I guess you wouldn't call Jordan Davis a star, but I'm really banking on like Moro Ajamo coming in. He's been doing very well. He did well last year before when he was coming in before Milton Williams got up out of here. So like to see what he does. The Vanilla Gorilla, Tyler, is it Tyler? I'll be calling the Vanilla Gorilla too much. I don't know main man name, but Tyler Robinson. Another player that I've been hearing some things about, probably putting him on the line. Gabe Davis came in from last year or year before last, I want to say. He's developing pretty well. So we got some guys. Nah, he not, but he getting there though. He getting there. They still saying he's scratching the surface. So if Jalen Carter can start, getting into that grown man body, because he's still young too. But when he get that grown man body, that boy gonna be a force. He already a force now. The Kobe Dean is a beast, and I'm hoping to have him back sometime this season too. So we'll see, man. But it's gonna be very hard for the Kobe Dean now. They don't put a lot of talent in that linebacker room, man. A lot of talent. So week 10, that's cool. Only thing with that is, man, by that time, we're gonna have some injuries. Probably both teams gonna have some injuries. Hopefully, it's not notable injuries. Excuse me. And did Aiden Hutchinson come back? Aiden Hutchinson, he a beast. He a beast for sure. I'm trying to see if we got anything up here. I hope not. Last year we had like 20 something injury. Yeah, bro, that shit was crazy. That was crazy. It's like every time we turned around, I was like, I checked ESPN there, like another player is going out for the Lions. Cause y'all was cooking last year. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all was cooking last year. So I thought we was gonna be playing y'all in the NFC Championship, and then them Bemanders got up in there. The hell? I don't think they're gonna do too much this year neither, bro. Like they got some holes on that team just as well. So I know I'll be arguing with them in the comments and whatnot, but I don't know, man. They might make the playoffs, but I don't know if they get back to that NFC Championship game for sure. So I got you, bro. I got you. Yeah, I'll look it up because I like to see what's going on around the league, especially in our division. So or conference, I'd say, just to see what teams we got to go against, especially with our schedule, because we play a lot of playoff teams this year. So so we'll see. I think. Yeah. I think Jaden Daniels got maybe not in y'all game, but he kind of, like I said, he played y'all. Y'all didn't have y'all top players. Y'all didn't have all y'all, like, defensively. Y'all didn't have y'all top players. That'd have probably been a different game. And I think was it close? Was it a close game? Can't remember the score, but yeah, that'd be a real different game, man. Because you see what we did to him. Y'all defense was pretty decent, so. I'll post this in May, and it ranks true. Darius Cooper is just can't be season. Oh, okay. Somebody from All About the Birds said they called that Darius Cooper. They called Darius Cooper early in the season. No, we had third or fourth string, and it was close to half. Oh, okay. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's hard though. I don't think people understand that. Like, I know they talk about the Eagles being, it's a talented squad, but every team is talented, man. And then you start to see how much talent y'all had when you start to have to bring other players in from off the streets, from what they were claiming, whatever the case may be, players that ain't played in a while, and you can see that talent drop off. So that's why I never understood when people talk about Jalen Hurts, like, oh, he getting carried. Like, all right, bro, come on now. We got a good team. We ain't getting carried now. He be out there doing what he need to do. So it'd be different if he went out there doing anything. So how long I've been on this one? That damn an hour? Hold on, mercy. I gotta get something to eat. All right, so I'm about to wrap this up, man. Listen, I appreciate y'all. Coming through. If you don't follow me, please hit that subscribe button. Like the stream before you leave. What we got? Yeah, I'm hoping he resigns Zadarius Smith. Nah, Zadarius Smith, he out there living his life with cash, dog. I just seen my man on vacation the other day. So we'll see, man. But appreciate you coming through, Gage. I'm about to hop off this joint. Like I said, please like, comment, and subscribe to always catch this vibe. I'm your host, Niall Frazier. I'm probably going to be on here tomorrow for the preseason game. Might go live, and you have a good one, man. I got you. My man, appreciate you, Gage. Appreciate you, bro. Much love, man. Hopefully y'all have a good season this year, too. But yeah, I might be on here tomorrow for the preseason game around 7:30. I do have some things, so I might be a little late. I'm gonna hit Mr. Reggie, see if he got anything going on. Maybe we go live, me and him together, and watch the game, whatever the case may be. But I will try to go live for that game. Please excuse my behavior prior prior to this because I'm a different person when I watch the games, man. I'm gonna try not to say nothing crazy, but I can't make no promises. So, with that being said, man, it's not from the No Cut Sports Podcast. Again, please like, comment, and subscribe to always catch this vibe. And I'm gonna talk to y'all. But before we get up out of here, baby, you already know. Go Birds, baby. I'm gonna holler at you, Doomsday. You be safe, bro. Y'all be good. I'm holler.